All right, the Silver Fox. It looks awesome. There's a lot of originality into it, and what I love about it is the suitcases on top. Doesn't get more vintage than having suitcases on top of the car, everybody. Love that. Let's have a chat with Donna about her 1954 Bug. Donna, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm good. I love your Volkswagen.
Okay.
One of the things that I like about it is the suitcases on top.
Okay.
There's a lot more happening to this than the suitcases.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But I do like that because it's got such a nice vintage look to it.
Okay, thank you.
Now tell me about your 1954 Volkswagen. How long have you had it for?
Okay. I've had it for 15 years. It's a 1954. I'm a 1954. And I actually bought it for my 54th birthday.
You bought it for your 54th birthday. I love that
And my
so
husband
much.
thought I was crazy when I told him I found this car. He said, "You're crazy." So I took him to go look at it. I mean, it was dirty, it was filthy, had a couple of scratches and stuff on it and all that. But then when he looked at it, he says, "Buy it."
Buy it. Okay, so take us back to your 54th birthday.
Okay.
Why the urge to get this classic?
Well, I've got a 65, and I've been driving and going to all these car shows. I said I would love to have an oval window ragtop.
Okay, and that's
So
exactly what you
that's what I
found.
got. We were at somebody else's place. I was with one of my friends. We were working on his 67, and a fella came in with the guy that we were at. He said, "You know, I've been trying to talk Bill Clark out of his split window, which is 1950 split window, and his oval ragtop." So as soon as he walked off, I asked my friend, said, "Okay, who's Bill Clark? Where does he live?"
Well, you were really, really into getting this,
Yes.
and you've got another Volkswagen as well. Why? What is it about it that you love so much?
Well, they're fun to drive.
They're
and
fun
I
to drive.
them. I don't trail them. When I go to car shows, I drive it. All the people that you meet, because it's just, I mean, we got so many friends like coming here. I've met people from Kentucky, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, and we meet here every year.
You love the environment.
Yeah, love the environment.
I do not blame you. Now,
Yeah.
15 years ago, there was a lot of work that had to be done to the 54.
Well, this was actually already done to it.
This was already done to it.
This was done, probably finished in 91 or 92.
Okay.
And the guy kept it in his barn. Like I said, it had some spray painted on it and stuff like that. If he wanted to work on his lawnmower, he did. So I took it home. I got a clay bar. I washed it, got clay bar. Everything came off. So it was nice and shiny. The paint was still good from where he had done it.
Wow. Okay.
And
So it was just dirty.
it was just dirty. Had a couple of scratches like he had. There was a big scratch where a bicycle handlebar, the rubber grip was off it and it made a big scratch on it. Some other friends that I know that had a Volkswagen, he actually did airbrush painting.
Okay.
So we took it to him, said, "Can you airbrush this so that you can't see
Yep.
this spot?" So he did that, and also where a big rock came and hit me when I was driving it to go get insurance on it.
Just while you were on your way.
Oh, I was on my way. Here come a big rock. I said,
Of
"Don't hit
course.
my windshield," you know. And,
As it happens. Come with me, Don. Come closer to
Okay.
the car. Now, tell me about the stuff on the inside.
Okay. Now this is a.
Well, that's the fuel tank, of course,
That's the
we
fuel
can see.
tank, and it has a big lid so that you can open it up to see how much gas you've actually got, because there is no gauge in this car.
There's no gauge inside.
There's no gauge that tells you how much gas you've got. So you open this up and look down in it to see how much gas you got left. It's a 10
How
gallon.
do you know how much will get you how far? I mean,
You drive a little ways and you say, "Okay, let's see how much gas I got." In here, it's actually got, like, this first part of this has like a level here,
uh-huh.
and then it drops down a little bit lower. So if I open it up and I can see the metal in this first level,
Okay.
but I just,
You know it's time to top up.
Well, I know I've still got about 3 gallons at least.
Okay.
But it also has a little lever that if I run out of gas, you can flip the little lever down inside of the car, and you still have a little bit of gas to get somewhere else to get to a gas station.
Little backup option.
Little backup option. That's part of the thing about these old cars.
That is so neat.
Yeah.
I don't think I will do very well without a fuel gauge because I'm always running almost slow and checking it, trying to run and speed to the next gas station.
You just learn to keep watching it.
You just learn, and that's how you know the measurements. Okay, absolutely loving that. Look at this. And the interiors as well, you didn't need to do anything?
No, I mean, I've added a few little things of my own, like I added the tray down there. That's my own tray. Of course, I got the little basket down there, my own little bud vase and everything. I mean, you got to have a bud vase.
Of course you do.
Oh,
I like it. I like it a lot.
Of course, it's the wool seats. It's got the horsehair in the seats, which I don't like it. So whenever I'm driving, I got big thick towels to keep me off of wool.
This was kept in such good condition.
Well, I keep it in the garage now, but like I said, I do drive it.
Yes, but even when you got it, you didn't do much to this.
I didn't do much to it. No.
And what about the engine?
Okay,
Was it running when you?
Oh yeah, it was running. I know the first time, right after I bought it, we took it to a show, and like where all the little chrome is on the back. Of course, it was raining. We went to the show, and we got to the show. He had never put the rubber grommets behind all the chrome, so we had to pop all the chrome off, put the rubber grommets back in it, and put it back. Because like where I had stuff in the trunk, there was water in the trunk.
Oh wow!
And you know, different spot where it can come in down the doors.
And that's what the rubber stops, especially wherever there is chrome.
Right, because see, there's holes that this
Of course,
attaches to your
of course,
car.
yeah.
So you put the little rubber grommet that the little. This has little pins that hold it in place. So you put the rubber grommet in and put the pins in there. So that seals up all the holes.
Wow, wow, that's awesome. And you did that yourself?
Yes.
Well done.
And this is a 36 horse engine. It's a 6-volt car. So it's slow. You got to fly down the hill to try to get up the next hill.
You got to fly down the hill. And one of the stickers there, it said it takes me 5 minutes.
Yeah, well,
to
0
get
to 60 in 5 minutes. But that's downhill. That's not right.
But you love it.
I love it.
You love it. It's got character.
This car was built and sent to the Netherlands, so it is a European car.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've actually got a little badge on it where it was in Nice at one point in time.
Oh,
So-
look at that. That's the stuff that we like.
Yeah.
The history of where this classic has been, its journey, and how it's now landed with you, Donna.
And it also, like the turn signals on this is what they call semaphores.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've ever seen a okay.
No.
It's got a regular turn signal like on your old cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do your little handle for your turn signals.
Yeah.
But this is going to be my turn signal.
Oh my goodness, I've never seen that
There's a
before.
little tiny bulb in there that lights up. And there's one on the other side for the other side of the car.
Just so you guys can see my expression, I'm absolutely speechless because I love little things like this. I absolutely love little things like this. It doesn't get more classic than this. Can I push it down?
Well,
No. You get an urge to push something like that down because it reminds me of, like the door poppers or those push handles.
Yeah.
I was actually looking at it before when we were on the other side, and I thought to myself, well, what happens if I
What
was
is
just to
that?
push this? Something's going to pop out like a little flag. Or...
Yeah. Yep.
But that's the signal.
Yeah.
Can we see that again one more time?
And like it does better when the car's running.
Of course.
So yeah.
And do people nowadays driving around is it noticeable from someone behind you?
Well, they wouldn't know what it was.
That's
Probably
what I
not.
mean.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm trying to think, how did they drive these on the Autobahn with these little things like that? I mean, of course, I guess they knew to look for it.
Yes.
And
But I mean, if I'm behind you, I would have had no clue.
you know, so I use hand signals, but then a lot of people don't know what hand signons are. They're thinking, what are you doing?
What are you doing? This
Are you-
lady's
are you
pretty
doing-
angry.
Yeah. So and of course the only mirror I have is my little rear view mirror.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to look out the little small oval window to see. Mine just has the little oval window, being the older car.
Yeah. Well, I love you, little baby.
Okay.
I'm so glad I came across it. Love the little turn signal. Thank you so much, Donna.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. This is pretty cool. And it's a right-hand drive as well. All right, it's completely European. Yeah. All right, this is pretty cool. And it's a right-hand drive as well. All right, it's completely European. Big Gangster caught my attention as I was driving here earlier as well. I love the whole look of it. It looks so cool. Brad, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. It's built by Long's Restoration.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the other thing that caught my attention. So before we have a look in detail about the Volkswagen, tell me about Long's Restoration.
Well, it started...
Why don't you come stand here in front of it?
Okay.
There we go.
It started 3 years ago with this car.
Only 3 years ago?
Yeah, this is my wife's car.
Okay.
Me and her built it in our backyard with help of friends, but me and her mostly done everything. So this car turned into... Now we're a full restoration shop, and we're a year out on restoration jobs.
Okay. Now you have cut that really short.
Okay.
I want to hear that story. Okay, this is your missus's car.
Yes.
You got this and you decided to restore it.
Yeah, me and her restored it.
And you restored it together.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, for starters. You guys restored it together, husband and wife. How bad was the condition? Was it absolutely frame off?
It was not bad, no. It was not bad. The pans were good.
Okay.
We replaced the rear luggage area, and that was the only rust in the car.
Okay.
And then she picked out the colors. She done the interior, and it's a stock motor, 1600 that was in it, and we just dressed it up, made it look good, lowered it, and
based on that back window, I'm guessing 60, mid-60s?
it's a 70.
It's a 70?
Yes.
Okay, it's a 70. What is your background? How do you know how to work with cars?
I've been in the body shop industry since I was 18.
Okay.
I'm 52.
All right.
We've always been into hot rods, and my wife owned a Volkswagen, so...
And she actually did the interiors in this?
Yes. Yeah, she did the interior in this one, and she did the one in mine, and at the shop. She does all the interior work at the shop.
And she's still working at your shop?
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely love that. Now, you've been working with cars for many, many years. What's different about working on the Volkswagens?
They're a lot easier than a hot rod.
It's a lot easier.
It's a lot easier than a hot rod.
Okay.
And I think they're cooler. I mean...
They've got their own completely separate look, don't
yes.
they?
And the vibe of the people in the Volkswagen community is totally different than the hot rod community.
I love hearing that, and we've heard that a fair few times today.
Yeah.
Any person that I ask, they're just saying they love the community, and you know what? I can really feel that.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it as well. This is definitely not going to be my last Volkswagen show, that's for sure. Absolutely love it. 3 years ago, one project led into a business.
Yes.
Basically. Long's Restoration. Now, and then you've made this. Now, this is very neat.
Yes.
Tell me, what are we looking at?
It's a 62. It was a rust-free California car. Left-hand drive to start out with. It came in pieces.
It came in actually pieces,
Yes,
but not much rust.
No. There was very little rust in the car. It's the matching pans to the car.
Wow. I'm loving the paint job. Let's just start right from the beginning here. What color paint would you call this?
It's L380. It's the original color to the car. It's called turquoise.
Turquoise. And you did the paint work yourself
Yes,
as
ma'am.
well? Wow. So many people send the paint jobs outside.
Yes.
Or the interiors outside. But Long's Restoration, you do the paint work, the interiors, the engines, everything.
We don't build motors or transaxles.
Okay.
But we have two great people that do that. But as far as tuning up, oil changes, brake jobs, we do that.
Okay.
Mechanical side. But mostly 95% of it, we're into the restoration part of it.
Nice. Well, it's a great paint job.
Thank
Absolutely love it. Big Gangster. Why is it called Big Gangster?
It was just a name we just come up with. I think there was actually a song at the time, and it was called Big Gangster, and this is
stuck.
what we stuck with. And if you notice in the front headlights have been dropped 2 inches. We cut this out and dropped the headlights 2 inches.
The whole body, is it on air rides or
No,
has it
it's
been
static.
dropped?
It's static. It's just lowered.
It's been lowered?
Yes.
Okay. And now lowering the headlights, that alone makes it look lower as well?
Yes.
Because that's why, like, when you're driving or you're walking past this, it really stands out.
Yes, it dropped them down and kind of brought them out a little bit. As you can see to the one next to me.
Yes, it's a lot more lower.
Yeah. And we made the custom bumpers, split bumpers, front and rear.
Otherwise, stock would have been
Yes, a solid bumper across the front.
very nice.
Shaved the hood handle on the hood.
You've just made it more sleek, haven't you?
Yeah, and to open the hood, just reach up under and pull the handle that releases the hood.
Okay. And then is this a rod you've kept for now, or?
It's just a rod we made
Okay.
and clear coat it to make it look good and just use it for a hood prop.
Okay.
We hit all the wires under there.
And how long did something like this take you?
We did this in less than a year.
Less than a year. You
Yeah.
were busy.
Yes, with this and customer cars.
Yep.
I painted this car October 9th of last year, and it was fully assembled by October 29th.
Wow. Well done. Loving the interiors. And why did you decide to go with the right-hand drive?
It was me and my son that works for me and another body guy. We was just discussing different things to do. And they're like, let's make it right-hand drive. And I'm like, I don't know about right-hand drive. So next thing I know, we're making it right-hand drive. We just wanted to show people what we could do.
Fair enough. But as somebody who was driving right-hand drive all her life, and then I've come here to the States now,
Yeah.
driving on the other side did take a little bit of getting used to. But, you know, if it's something that someone can accomplish and overcome, then you've got that in your bag, isn't
Right.
it?
Yeah.
So no matter where you go, in which part of the world, you can drive on both sides.
Yeah. It wasn't that hard to get used to driving it. It does feel weird with a passenger with you.
Yes.
That's when it feels weird. But by
That's when it
yourself,
feels
it's
weird.
fine.
Okay, beautiful dash here. Is that period correct or it's custom?
No, it's custom. It should have a glove box on this side.
Mm-hmm.
So when we changed everything, we smoothed that, but we left the center where the two switches and the ashtray is with the radio delete plate. That's factory. So we kind of done a little custom with a little original stuff. Then we smoothed all the inside and the headliners just in the middle.
Very nice. There's only one gauge there.
Yes, this is speedometer.
Okay. You've made this, it looks great, it's very luxurious, but it's still very vintage. And that's what people love about the Volkswagens.
Right.
You haven't gone over the top to put Bluetooth and all these other gauges and stuff in it, because if someone wants a Volkswagen, they still want to be able to feel like they're driving an actual Volkswagen. And the fact that you've made it right-hand drive is just going to give them exactly what they're looking for, right?
Right. It does have Bluetooth, but it's hid.
But it's hidden.
Yeah, I'll show you when we go around.
Okay, well, I want to see that. But since we're here, what is the engine?
It's a 1915. Got Deal 40 CIP1 carburetors on it. Freeway flyer transmission, so you can cruise down the highway. Used MST pulley system.
These bees have been trying to stick to me
Oh,
all day.
I know.
All day. Okay, and how powerful is this engine?
It's pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, horsepower wise, I don't really know.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than the 40 horse that come in it.
Yes, of course, of course. I'm guessing it would be at least 80.
Yeah, probably 80 to 100, somewhere
Yeah.
in there. And then the split bumpers on the back.
They're custom as well, very
Yes.
nice. And I like the LED lighting you've got
Yeah, we
going
put
on.
LED lights in them.
Nice.
And the engine lid opens like the hood. We shaved everything. And just reach underneath and pull the lever and the engine lid pops.
Very nice. Come and show me this Bluetooth here.
Okay, here, I'll show you. Since we're not running heat anymore, we
Okay.
took the heat out of it. This is where the heat comes out.
Oh,
So I had the Bluetooth radio down
look
there.
at that.
Just work it off the phone and
This is very cool. Now this is for sale.
yes.
Before my battery runs out. You are in Dunlop, is it?
Well, I live in Dunlap,
Okay.
Tennessee, but my shop's in Sale Creek, which is right outside Chattanooga.
Otherwise, they can just go to longsrestoration.com
Yes.
and be able to find it. And the car would also be featured on the website, I'm
Yes, ma'am.
guessing.
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. 1962 Bug. Appreciate it. Thank you so much,
ma'am.
Brad.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's very interesting. Have not seen this before. It's a full four-wheel drive. So introduce yourself and then tell me what have you got.
Hi, my name's David Kincaid. I'm from Versailles, Kentucky. This is a 1991 double cab Syncro, which is a Volkswagen's version of four-wheel drive. It was a fire support vehicle in Sweden. It was imported over about 10 years ago.
A fire support
Yes,
vehicle?
it was a fire department had it in Sweden, and they used it in support of their special services.
Okay.
It's original paint, original interior. It has had the suspension modified and a few other things, bumpers and that sort of thing. Still has the original VW 2.1 water-cooled engine.
Nice. I mean, walking past this, I've never seen anything like it. You would think it's been heavily modified, it's been lifted, but it hasn't.
It has been lifted.
It has been lifted.
The suspension's been heavily modified.
Okay.
But the body and the paint and that sort of thing has not, the interior.
And it's a four-wheel drive straight out of the factory.
It is. It was manufactured by Volkswagen. It was sent to Austria for modification by Volkswagen, and then they sent it back to VW for sale. And they were not available in the United States. You could get them in Canada, and then you could get them over in Europe.
And how did you get your hands on the Syncro?
A friend of mine from Georgia, he purchased two of them, had them imported.
Just like that, he just wanted to get two of these.
Well, and as soon as I saw it, this has probably been 5 years ago, so
Yep.
I said, I have to have it.
Yep.
And I told him, I said, if you ever get ready to sell it, let me know. And
I love this. He just goes there and he goes, all right, I want one, not one, but I want two. And
right, he
comes
bought a
back
red
with
one
two.
and a white one.
A red one and a white one.
Yeah, but yeah, we've had it since last fall,
Okay.
and we just really enjoy it. It's just, it gets out on the road and it rides great,
I
drives
bet.
great.
And I love, we were just talking with Randy, and one of the things that I love about the Volkswagen trucks is the side drops.
Right.
The side drops, they make such a difference, because if everybody could see this, and all know I love trucks, the fact that this is lifted, and then with these drops,
It falls down.
it falls down. Did that happen? Is that going to be scratched? Am I liable now for that damage here? Because I didn't ask him to drop that.
And this side lays down too.
Hey, you don't treat it like that, I'm giving you money back.
Ignore him.
I will ignore it. Look at this. Yeah, see, I love it. I would drive this with all the sides down.
I saw some yesterday out there.
And you've got a tent there.
Yeah, they keep asking us, are we sleeping in it? And I say, my wife and I have to sleep in it one at a time, so we take turns.
Oh, this is awesome. This is absolutely brilliant. And your love for Volkswagens. I know you got this from your friend 5 years ago. You saw it, you loved it. But before that, were you chasing a truck like this?
We used to show Chrysler vehicles. We had a Roadrunner car, and we were in Columbus, Ohio, and my wife said she'd always wanted a Carmagia. So I found her a Carmagia and a pumpkin patch, and we fixed it all up, and then people would say at the shows, how many VWs do you have? And we'd say, well, we just have the one. And they laughed, and they said, well, you're crazy, you're going to have more. And we're like, no, we're not going to have any more. Well, now we have 6.
Okay, so well, educate me. How did you catch the bug, and what was it that really persuaded you to get 6?
The thing that really did it for us, when we went to the Mopar shows, there was so much testosterone there, and there was so much competition and all this stuff. And we started coming to the VW shows, and we've been coming so often that the cars are almost secondary now. It's like a family reunion. This whole group here, we've been coming together for years, and we come down, we visit, we go to each other's houses, and the people are just so much nicer, and it's more of a community than it is competition.
I can really feel that it is like a community. It's my first time here at Circle Yer Wagens, but I met a few other Volkswagens at some other shows, and I could really feel that. So I'm not surprised, and that's why people get the bug. It's the atmosphere.
It really is. It's like I'd tell people, when I go to the Chrysler shows, you could be putting your canopy up, and people would literally walk under it. Through your canopy. Here, they see you pull up, and they come in and help you, and they help you put it up, and it's real. It's like a big family.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I'm absolutely glad to be here. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.